So this match day Saturday as Austin FC takes on Minnesota United for the 5th time in club history. The last time these two teams played against each other was back in April, and what was a really boring match, and Austin FC managed to win the game by a 1-0 score. Then Max Urruti scored the clutch winning goal for the Red and Black. But the real question is this: is Minnesota United a real threat or an easy win for the Verde and Black? Because currently the Loons are sitting 4th place in the Western Conference with 11 wins, 5 draws, and 9 losses. In the last 5 games for Minnesota, it's been really great for them with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. They recently beat Nashville in a 2-1 score. But they're going to be playing against the best team with the best road record, and that's Austin FC. Austin FC in its second year is the best team with the most wins on the road with 8. So can they get the 9th win against Minnesota? Because here's the tricky thing. Minnesota in the past 3 months, they've been undefeated at home. Even their home record, it's decent for them. They have 5 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses. The last time they got a loss at home was back in May when they lost to New York City FC in a 1-0 score. But this is going to be a really tough game for Austin FC because when both teams play, it's pretty much a defensive match. When one team has the ball, the other team either pushes back or presses back. Or pushes up front at me. Because when I went to QT when both teams played back in April, Austin FC had the ball the entire time, but the entire Minnesota United defense in the midfield was just there in the back the entire time. The same goes for us. And also when Max Urruti scored the goal for Austin FC in that game, the entire team wanted goals, but we couldn't. That our defense was in the midfield, the entire Minnesota United team took that as an advantage and they almost got a goal, scored a goal on us. But this time we have to be smart because in the last 4 games, Austin FC has allowed 10 goals, and that's not good numbers for our defense. Our dynamic duo defense of both Gales and Cascante, alongside with Stu, Jimenez might be back since he's recovered from his injury, and Gallagher had to be focused with the 4 main strikers or 4 main offensive attacking players of Minnesota. One of them, Emmanuel Reynoso, has 9 goals and 4 assists to his name. Luis Amaria has 8 goals and 4 assists. Robin Lode has 6 goals and 2 assists. And lastly, Franco Fragapane has 5 goals and 2 assists to his name. All those 4 players have a combination of 28 goals. But Minnesota United has scored 40 goals this entire season. So those 4 players have provided the 28 of the 40 goals this season for Minnesota. So they have to be really smart, our defense, because they've been slacking, they've been in shambles recently. But I hope they get this game. I hope this is like a bounce back for them to start August in a good way. And the question is this too. Our attacking has been really decent. Our trio, Fagundes, Urruti, and Driussi, they've been on form. They've been okayish, but it's mostly Driussi doing a lot of the work because Urruti has not shown up. The last time we saw him score a goal was against Houston Dynamo, and ever since that game, he's been gone. He's on the field, but we don't see him doing nothing. He's only there probably waiting for a goal. So I would say to bench Urruti and put in Gite. I know it's a hot take opinion of mine, but Gite can be a good threat to the goalkeeper of Minnesota United, Dwayne St. Clair. Because here's the thing too, Driussi is at risk. Because if Driussi picks up a yellow card against Minnesota United, he'll lose and won't be playing against the match next Friday against LAFC. So it's either we bench him or we have to be putting him either up front with the trio, let's put in as a striker for Urruti. Because here's my idea, or one of my ideas. We put Driussi on the bench, we put Fagundes in the midfield with both Ring and Pereira, and put Washington Corozo in the left wing role. And in the second half, we give, let's say, Driussi some minutes, 30 minutes. That way he can give a mentality and preparation for next week against LAFC. It's a risky move, but it's my idea. But for our attacking force, and Ethan Finley's going back to Minnesota, a team he used to play for, they have to focus on the defense of Minnesota United. The defense of Minnesota United, they have allowed 35 goals this season, so with a +5 goal difference. The defense of Minnesota, Bakaya Divise, he has 21 tackles won out of 31 tackles attempts. Kemar Lawrence has 7 tackles won out of 11 attempts dribbling, so it's pretty much a 77% of the dribble he's gonna win if you go up against him in a 1v1 situation. And last, Michael Boxall has 66 out of 200, which is basically 33% of the pressure, but he leads the team with that 33% of the pressure he's won. But Austin FC have to be really attempting to make some good shots against their goalkeeper Dwayne St. Clair, since he's an MLS All-Star and he has 4 clean sheets, and this year he's been having a good season with 85 out of 115 saves, which is basically 74% saves he's done. So the trio and the midfield have to be really smart how to shoot the ball. Shoot the ball in the lower, because whenever a goalkeeper tries to get the ball on the lower side, they have a hard time. But let's see what happens. I would say Austin FC might have a draw against Minnesota United. It's not the game we want, but it's going to be a decent result to start August in a good way. A 2-2 score, I would say Finley would score against Minnesota, and let's say Alex Ring as well. 2 goals from Austin FC, and Minnesota United will score 2 goals on us. But let's see what happens, you guys. It's gonna be a really close match. I hope you guys understood this video, and I'll be back here for the Minnesota United reaction video. But for the meantime, my name is Vanilla Mexican 17, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.